You know, I was having a great day. I really was. I was about ready to start editing a video telling all you wonderful people why you, if you want to, should ditch Windows and move to Linux and embrace the open source community, but I can't right now, because I feel like I need to cover this topic because this certain individual just outright refuses to learn his lesson. Now, who are we talking about? Why, we're talking about our old buddy Jaytechtv. You know Jaytechtv, a guy who has a face like this and is willing to send stuff like this to women who weren't asking for it? Who can't forget Jaytechtv? Well, some of you may know him as that PlayStation fanboy who tried to copyright strike Klutzy King over a 2.5-year-old video he did, and how he ultimately failed and ran with his tail tucked between his legs. Now, do you think he learned his lesson? Well, apparently not. Because, last night I was scrolling Twitter or X and, couldn't fall asleep until I was tagged in something. And what I saw in that post just made me shake my fucking head. Right here, you can see that the YouTube user AGN has gotten a strike by none other than old Jaytechtv. Fucking hell, YouTube. What do we have to do in order for you to get your head out of your ass and fix your broken ass copyright system? YouTube, you are the weirdest platform I have ever been on with the most fucked up priorities I've ever seen. First of all, you allow, content creators to say fuck, shit, ass, bitch, cunt, whatever in the first 5 seconds and still be eligible for monetization. Yet, you allow idiots like Jaytechtv who are supposedly, take it with a grain of salt, who are supposedly ban evading and have been for the past 10 years and continue to allow them to file copyright strikes on transformative content. It is not your original video, Jaytech. It is edited. It is transformative. And Jaytechtv, by the off chance you are watching this video, I'm gonna say this right to your face. You are not a gamer. You do not have the right to call yourself a gamer. You are a disgusting, sexually harassing, false copyright filing, which by the way is illegal, lip smacking, creepy as hell corporate slave. Jaytech, I really want to know what goes on in that mind of yours. I really do. I mean, you get heat for filing a copyright claim against Klutzy King, and when it fails, not even 24 hours later, you try and do it again on AGN. Okay, let's be real here. When you do that, the person you strike gets an email telling them what video was struck, and, it has your original video in it, and you honestly thought they weren't gonna post it on Twitter and tell everybody that, hey guys, Jaytech is still, false copyright striking people. Wow. I mean, wow. I am just amazed and just astounded. I mean, I am just impressed by your sheer intelligence. Your brain has got to be the most advanced thing on this planet. Let me tell you something, Jaytech. Sooner or later, all of this shit that you have done this constant filing of copyright claims to try and silence criticism towards you is going to come back and bite you in the ass big time. Your karma, sooner or later, will hit. And I am a big believer in karma myself. And let me tell you something. When that day happens, me, people like Klutzy, Gara, Joe from Seattle, AGN, Oh No It's Alex, Josh Edits, Vertanga, you know what we're gonna do? We are all gonna sit back on our asses and fucking laugh. Yeah, I've been on YouTube for 10 years, you PC port begging troll. Congratulations. You've been on YouTube for 10 years sucking off Sony's dick and they don't even know who you are. You know, Jaytech, if you stopped filing these copyright claims and maybe, just maybe, try taking Sony's dick out your mouth for more than 5 minutes, people may actually like you. But then again, that's pretty highly unlikely considering, you know, you send unsolicited schlong pics to women who weren't even asking for them. Oh, and a little update. He is now, once again, bragging about it on Twitter, or X, or whatever you want to call it. Jaytech, I really, really find it hard to believe that you are a grown-ass man. To me, the way you behave signals to me that you are nothing more but a child in an adult's body. God, and people like you and all the other PlayStation fanboys really wonder why you guys get turned into content so much. People made little theories suggesting that, you know, the reason Jaytech struck down Klutzy King was because around the time Sony had recently announced their plans of being more being more multi-platform. Specifically, not just PC ports, but, you know, also porting to the Switch 2 and, of course, the Xbox. So people had theorized that, you know, Jaytech just had a massive crash out and just decided to false copyright strike the first person he saw, and that person was Klutzy King. Well, the reason he did it this time is, I have a similar theory, is that recently Helldivers, you know, the dev team, Arrowhead, I had to think of their name for a minute, sorry. Arrowhead had posted on Twitter, you know, a teaser trailer for Helldivers 2 on Xbox, and at the end, they showed a Halo ODST crossover. And I guess the thought of, you know, a Microsoft franchise like Halo being in a PlayStation IP like Helldivers must have really pissed Jaytech off. So he decided to, once again, just file another copyright strike, just not thinking that people wouldn't respond to him again. I've said this on Twitter, and I'm gonna say it here. The only way that these fanboys will ever stop filing copyright strikes on content creators is when the content creators takes one of them into court and fights it in court. I'm sorry, but that's just how I see it. That's the only way it's ever truly going to stop. The day Assault Channel drags a cat like Jaytechtv into court, that will be the funniest day in Salt content history. Because, man, I would pay to see the look on Jaytech's face when he loses a court case over a petty copyright strike. But that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing it. I'm very close to 2,000 subs, so I would appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you all in the next one. You have a good day.